Hi, this is Joyce. I'm wanting to show you something today that I'm very excited about. This is a journal that I've been working on. So thank you for tuning in to Joyce Meyer Junk Journals. I've not posted for a little while. I've been making some other things, but right now this book is finished. And this was part of the Stay Creative Crafting Circle, one of the 15-day challenges that we did, Scrap It Up 3. And I posted it over there, but I'm putting it on YouTube now just to show everyone. This is the tassel that I made. It's big and has all kinds of fibers and ribbons and lace trims. And so here throughout the book, you'll see where these appear just in different spots. Like this cute little ribbon says fall. And then there's another one that says family that I really like. It's over here, this one. So I'm going to flip through real quickly. I made this out of a Eggo waffle box. And so it's tall and it's a little chunky because I made the spine wide enough for a couple signatures, but it's pretty packed full. So I'm just going to start going through it. You did see the tassel. That is removable. And then I hung these from the signature strings. These are just a bunch of buttons. So that's cute. And I'm going to take this off, this tassel, to make the flip through much easier. And so here we go. The front says, with every leaf a miracle. Nature is pretty amazing. This first part here, I painted up some pages that reminded me of leaves and the colors of leaves, and stamped a little leaf here and did a couple punches on the corners, little decorative accents. This was just something I did one day with some packing and little gesso. And so that's that. This says, I am the Lord, I change not. Malachi 3:6. This is just the list of things that we had to do in the challenge. And then they, each time you do one, you would have posted it in the group. This is a little collage I made from corrugated cardboard. And then the old-fashioned way of playing with kids with acrylic paints, and you just put a leaf in it and make an impression. That's what I did here. These are strips of paper woven together. So let me just keep flipping through. If there's anything interesting, I'll mention it over and above what you can see just by watching. So that was supposed to be a seed pocket. And that flips. So there are a couple of tags. There's one. This says, look up at the treetops, and that's a little stamp. Another one of those leaves. And some coffee dyed linens. I always pick them up thrifting. And then I use them to make a paper. I use them actually as a stencil almost. I've got so much stuff on my desk. So anyways, there's some faux age tape on a real leaf that I coated with Mod Podge. And here's a cute little tag with a deer. And just a little tag that fits inside. As a deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, O God, Psalm 42:1. And then there's a couple of strands of beads down at the bottom, hanging off of the fern. This I made a while back outside with some tea and a vinyl tablecloth. And there's some little scraps holding these pages from an old book. This was from a child's book. It's cute. And this page is from an older book dated 1919. Here is a butterfly sticker. I did some stamping. This holds a lot of different little papers that I stamped and cut out some leaves out of a magazine and stamped down a piece of cardstock. Here's a Dollar Tree scripture card. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light for my path. Psalm 119, 105. This reminded me of going out on a nature walk, and you're down a path, you find leaves and things, and just a way to save them. Here's a, we were supposed to make a window with pressed flowers, so I didn't have any, and I made my own, and included this calendar page. And then this says, I love you because I love you. It's very cute. And that has some beads on there. Okay, and then that just is held down by something I made here as I look a little tab. Here's some butterflies. It's just a note card on a little paper clip with some ribbon. A dyed guest check. This is from some clothing that I had, and it holds this to-do list. It says, the birds of the sky nest by the waters. They sing among the branches. Psalm 104:12. Here is a great big tag. I like jumbo tags. I think they're fun to write on when you journal. That up here is a sticker that says, I have called you by name and you are mine. Another tag. And then I took a plain card and I covered it with a napkin and some pattern paper. Those old patterns that you can find at the thrift shop, and just glued it down and punched some holes and ran some seam binding through it. I like that a lot. And then this is a marigold, a large one my friend had in her garden, and I microwaved it, and it turned out to be very fun to try, but this was an extra large project. It probably works better with a smaller marigold. More about Jesus. This is an old song. And here's a pocket for if I want to put that card in here or anything else. Here's a coloring page with roses. This was really fun. I encourage you to go over there if you like to craft and you like to make things. There's a lot of people with a lot of ideas, and everyone shares and supports each other. Some things that you can buy at Hobby Lobby, and they're made by Tim Holtz, are these packets. And so if you're kind of stuck on, you need things, these are in a bag, and you just can tuck them behind wherever you have a pocket, and you can make a pocket out of them. They come in handy. This was just a collage that I did when we were supposed to incorporate a map. So I just used all the places my family's from and made a collage of maps. This is some of that piano roll. I always include joy, the word joy, in my journals. And so this says, I've just found joy. And then this is a little tiny place to write, little notebook made out of doilies. Cute. Another collage, like a master board that I used. And here is that Dollar Tree scripture card again. This one says, let the trees of the forest sing. Let them sing for joy before the Lord. 1 Chronicles 16:33. See, this whole book, this reminded me of, we have the trees in the forest, and actually, if you think about all of the ways that the plants are growing and the interest in the like people wanting to preserve the trees. It's more so for just, that's God's glory, you know, for the way that it works with all the different plants together and with the animals. It's amazing. It's like a song. It really is. And so that's why I chose that. Autumn, that's a little ticket. There's some ruffle that I made. Faith, it does not make things easy, it makes things possible. Luke 1:37. These are just cards that I think, like adventure and discovering, going on a hike, or just experiencing fall. Things slow down, and it gives us a chance to look at nature. Maybe we're so busy in the summer and we don't pay any attention. This is just a cute tag. This is a picture I took, and it's Queen Anne's lace. I love that flower. This is cozy and crisp autumn days. I love that. It's kind of shiny to see. And there's a heart. Just a piece of paper from a paper pad. Some faux leaves, and another just a card made out of cardstock. And here are some notes back here. I started to scripture journal, and I've got some tags. These all are the same in the fact that they come from a deck of cards. Wardrobe inventory. And they were for helping people to dress correctly with the right color. So these all say, like, autumn gold is that color, autumn bronze, autumn yellow gold, autumn mustard. So you might be in autumn, and then it just tells you these colors look good on you. Some more scripture journaling that I was doing. A little stamp. A vintage postcard. And this one is from 1943. It says, hello, thanks for another card. Hope you like this one. I will send you view folder in a few days. You can send one in return, or a small whatnot. Sincerely, Laura Barnes. And it's to Pauline Stahl in Martinsburg, West Virginia. I made just a little cluster. Hold that. And then this flips out, and we were to sew a pocket, fabric pocket. So there's a couple tags that I've got, and I sewed these by hand. Those go in there. And then another tag, and just some stamping, another tag. This is just different scraps of paper to write on, but it's a hidden pocket. So that tag goes behind that last page. And this is a hidden place to write. You can write on the full back of that. And when you put it together, it makes a picture. Here's some more little things for journaling on. The rest of the master board, a tag. And this is just a place to write here. It says snuggle weather is here. That is the best part of like a fall time of the year. Little tree, little place to write. And I got that little line on this graph paper from baking it in the oven with coffee. And then this is a vase of these flowers that I drew, and it just pops out like this. And then you have a hidden kind of a flip page. And then these three are just scrapbook paper with little polka dotted ribbon. And this says, God's words will always prove true and right no matter who questions them. Romans 3:4. And then this says, mistakes help you grow. Up here, I have a recipe card and just some dyed paper that I baked in the oven from a composition notebook. And that's it. So there's the back. And I thank you again for watching. And check out my video upcoming for a giveaway journal. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.